Good evening, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Yes, we're here. If you were wondering if we were going to be here tonight on Thanksgiving, wonder no more. In fact, I've got the matching hat and my matching Zelensky shirt. I need ammunition, not a ride, and that's for sure. We're going to talk about that. So happy Thanksgiving to all of you out there. 9 o'clock Eastern, 4 a.m. in Ukraine. Was not sure if we were going to able to have our partner in crime there inside Ukraine tonight, but this has worked out at the last minute, and we're going to be able to have him with us tonight. So main topic tonight is power. Main topic tonight is Ukraine saying no. You'll learn more about that. And tonight, we're going to show you reality. So on this Thanksgiving Day, we're thankful to God. We're thankful to our friends. We're thankful for our history. And we're thankful for a good future. So thanks to all of the community. Thank you for our moderators and all of that. You guys are the best. So before we get going, let's look at a little bit of reality. This is Zhenya tonight. Check this out.
Here is my emergency setup. EQ battery, charging ports, and the router with SIM card. And you see this cable goes over here. And this is my antenna, amplified. And then, okay. And then I will show you this is my temperature at home.
Well, good morning to you. Nice fingerprints there as well. That's what you're having to go through tonight to be connected. Car batteries and antennas taped to a window, but you're here, and just shy of 15 degrees Celsius in your house. For those of you wondering what that means in Fahrenheit, 59 degrees in his home tonight. Welcome.
Friends.
Nice to see you. You're looking good. The quick run to Kyiv, and really no internet and power to speak of yesterday, but getting better day by day. So glad you're here, man.
Yeah, thank you. Glad to see you again.
Yeah. So here we go. Let's jump to it. We'll be respectful of everybody's time tonight. It is a family holiday here in the United States, but we do not miss a day. Even if I'm out, Jania will get it up. If he's out, I'll get the stream up. Regardless, it's going to happen. Now, I'm not really sure what's going to happen when I get over there with you in about another month or so. We'll find a way, won't we?
Yeah.
We'll find a way.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go here. So
sure.
Once again, folks, happy Thanksgiving to you. The reason I'm showing this picture is, we're thankful for you. Thankful that you're here each night. We're also thankful as Americans or whatever country you're from. Be thankful for your nation. Be thankful for your country. Be thankful for those that pay a price that you can be here tonight. And of course, first and foremost, be thankful to God. With that said, a lot of Kyiv politicians came out today, Ukrainian politicians, and said, you know what? That Thanksgiving holiday in the United States looks like a good holiday. We do not have that holiday here, but we celebrate it with them. And when this war is over, maybe we will create a national holiday of Thanksgiving to thank all the nations and all the people that helped us win this war. What are your thoughts on something like that as a new holiday?
I believe it's a principle. I believe it's important. I was thinking about that, and I think it's a new history, new chapter in the history. It's a writing right now, and in this history we have a lot of friends. We have thousands of people, and we have a lot of countries helping and staying with us. So, and really, we're thankful. This day, we celebrate other way things, and thank you for American friends. Thank you to all people who are celebrating this this evening, and but we as well thank God and all the people who are standing during the war with us. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're saving the lives of people.
Thank you for that, bud. And it is our holiday as Thanksgiving, but it's not just Americans. A lot of people in this community from around the world that have grown to find us on YouTube or other platforms, and they've been giving. So we're thankful to everybody. Yeah, we're going to celebrate this victory together, and it's coming. Let me ask you this question, not to pull on anybody's emotions or anything, but facts are facts. If Ukraine didn't have help, and maybe even specifically, your family and our organization there at the level we're helping from the outside, it would be a completely different look, wouldn't it?
It would be. Okay, I will start from family. I don't know at all. It's so vital and principal for me, and because it's not easy, and because of support, a lot of things changed. I mean, I feel, let's say, that there is someone behind on my back, and it's not just emotionally; it's practically. Plus, from the beginning, we were able to receive 2,500 people, relocated people from the east side, from the Kiev, all the places where Russian terrorists came, and people were fleeing in February, in March, cold time, and no shoes, no cars, no money, no medicine, no documents, and no place to stay. And because of your support, it's reality. All the people who were surely in Ukraine, there were a team who were giving their time and money as well. But all of us together, I thank God for that, made it possible. And
we're happy to be a
still
part of it.
Now it's even today. From 7 morning, I didn't have electricity. It almost not possible to get internet, mobile internet. Right now, in the evening, after hours of different experiments, right now we have communication because of through the mobile internet, through the SIM card. And even today, we were buying the things together for heat vision equipment. It goes to special IQ batteries. It goes to our friends in Kherson and Nikolaev area, who fight seriously. Yeah. So we never stop here, and thank God and thank you.
Well, we're going to look at some of that reality toward the end of the program tonight, and it can just be a reminder for us around the world that we are thankful for what we have. But before we get there, let's look at a couple of updates. Kherson, we're seeing the strategy unfolded. They evacuated, and now they're just going to blow Kherson up. So Kherson under nonstop assault. Mykolaiv, that whole region there, we do a lot of work in this region. Mykolaiv struggling with power and water. Vitaly Kim came out today and said, we're working on it. So this entire region, Mykolaiv and Kherson in southern Ukraine, is struggling right now. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's I'm happy that it seems to me yesterday the people from 40 countries visited Kherson to see reality. And during these days as well, Russian terrorists never stopped shelling. So they destroyed the city already partly before they left it. And now people, after the long time of occupation, people still experiencing that the Russians are still close enough to kill.
Sure.
And they never stop.
Well, they destroyed the infrastructure.
This is reality of...
They destroyed the infrastructure while they were there, and now they're just nonstop shelling. People are being killed daily. People are being wounded, and it's just an ugly situation there in Kherson. Now, last night, I didn't have you, but I was talking about how the 4 nuclear power plants 3 that Ukraine controls, 1 that Russia controls, were offline. All were on backup diesel generators. But we can tell you today that in the last few hours, all 4 power plants are back connected to the grid. So that's good news. As somebody in the chat mentioned last night, when they're running on the backup diesel generators, your diesel eventually will run out. So we're thankful those 4 power plants are back on. Here is Alexei Gromov. Belarus was in the news quite a bit today. I'm going to show a clip from Lukashenko in just a moment, but 15,000 Belarusians are ready to participate in the war against Ukraine, and that is according to the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, Alexei Gromov. I do not recommend to Belarus that they send those 15,000 soldiers.
Me either, and I would say this is not a February 24 of this year.
Correct.
At this moment, our guys have much more experience, much more preparation, and we have much more information, updated information from different places, from Russia and Belarus, and we do not wish it, but if they will come, they will be killed.
They will be defeated, exactly.
Plus, it will get to history that Belarusians are equal Russians, are equal all that kind of terrorists who was doing something like that. And yes, it will be not just a big walls between our countries from concrete. It will be much worse in history, because it will, after the war will be finished, all the places Ukrainians will meet Belarusians. They say, "Oh, you were killing my father, you were killing my mother, my relatives, kids." Okay.
Correct. And listen, they talk a lot of rhetoric, but a lot of it is from Lukashenko trying to look good, trying to be like this big Putinist. And we know that they can say they have 15,000 soldiers ready, but if they even think about coming across that border, they're in big trouble. We know it. We know personally some of our soldiers up in the north. You do not want to mess with those guys. They will wear you out. So don't do it. Now, with that said, so what does Belarus do? Lukashenko right there on the right, he comes out, he makes this big statement today, and he tells Ukraine, stop it. Stop the war. Negotiate. If you do not, you will be completely destroyed. Yes, translated, ready to go.
События в Украине, обсуждали эту тему. Все в руках Украины. Нет, не потому что я хочу спихнуть эту тему на Зеленского или на Украину. Действительно, все сейчас в руках Украины. Если они не хотят гибели, при том огромном количестве людей, если они хотят, тяжело, сложно, трудно, но надо, если они этого хотят, надо восстанавливаться, надо остановиться, надо это прекратить, потому что дальше будет полное уничтожение Украины. Это не то, что Путин говорил как-то задолго до операции, что это будет грозить потерей государства, государственности Украины. Государственности. Это будет уничтожение Украины. Надо остановиться. Слушайте, мы с фашистской Германией как воевали? 30 миллионов погибли. Кто сегодня об этом вспоминает? В Беларуси и России немножко, и все. То есть раны зарубцевались. Готовы не просто разговаривать, сотрудничать, дружить. Так и здесь мы справимся, мы все это загладим. Мы, наверное, сможем объяснить даже сейчас, наше поколение, украинскому народу, что произошло. Поэтому куда ни кинь, везде мирные переговоры. Мир, мир и еще раз мир. Об этом мы так вскользь, потому что Украина не была у нас главной темой, мы об этом говорили.
Don't say nothing. That is the president.
Why?
Just wait. That's the president of Belarus. Okay. First of all, Ukraine, stop. It's all your fault. Remember the 30 million. But then here's the big part. And I was watching you on another feed where when the video's playing, I can see in your house. I see your camera on a different screen. So I was watching you. When he got to the part where he says, listen, we'll tell the Ukrainians what really happened, and then we can just be friends and have peace. I saw your facial expression. It wasn't too good. That's
I would
madness.
say, okay, I would say he should say the same thing to February 23 of this year. This is the time to stop. Otherwise, you will lose, and he should connect it to Russia, direct it to Russia. Otherwise, you will lose your country. It's still time. At this moment, after they killed thousands of our people, hundreds, thousands to thousands of people, kids, all people, and now negotiation about what?
Exactly.
About what? Let's negotiate how much cost all of these thousands of people in their life.
Well, let's not take it from you or myself. Let's take it right here. Podolyak coming out today, and this is the tweet, but basically we'll put it in a nutshell for you. No, we will not negotiate. We're going to fight for our land. We're going to defend our territory. So there's Podolyak. And then we have Zelensky himself coming out. Oh, I've got him backwards. Daggone it. Zelensky came out and said, no, we will not. We will not surrender. We're going to fight for our country. So, like you said, the message should have been out a lot earlier. Before this second part of the war, that, hey, we're getting ready to go to war. We need to figure this out. But once you have killed, you're raining down terror, and we're going to show reality in just a few minutes. But it's too late now to come and say, we'll tell you everything that's going on and be friends. It's too late. And the leaders in Ukraine know it, and they're not going to negotiate, folks.
And it is not just about the territory. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
When these terrorists will leave our territory, war will not be over. And what do I mean by that? We will not attack their territories. No, we don't need other territories of other countries. But fight, political, economical, all kind of possible fight will not stop. Why? Because until they will take responsibility.
Correct.
Until it will be paid off, according to what Zelensky said.
That's correct. That's what he said. Not only they're going to be defeated, but they're going to have to pay the bill. So, and you can never pay back for the loss of life.
No,
there is
never.
no money figure on that. That's the tragedy of this.
Putin, his team, all the politics, all the leaders, all the military, all the police people, all the nation, all the churches, all. It's a responsibility,
exactly.
all.
Well, some of the biggest news that's been coming out over the last 2 or 3 days is this additional wave of rocket attacks, missile attacks on Ukraine. We did an analysis 2 nights ago that came out of Ukraine where how many missiles they have left. And even the Defense Department said, from what we're seeing, they could do another 4 massive attacks on us. But in some of the calibers, they're not going to run out of weapons. So it's just going to continue. But Ukraine really suffered over the last 48 hours. And just now, getting back on their feet, getting their legs back under them, getting power to people. So let's show you some satellite images. Very interesting here. This was after the strikes the other night. And this was a right then satellite picture. I've got several I'm going to show you. I have Ukraine outlined in the yellow for you. Couple of things over on the left in the red circle. Let's start there. Look at the lights of Berlin, then come over due east to the right. Another red circle. That would be Warsaw. And listen, Warsaw is a really big city, and Berlin is a really big city. Very, very big. But you see Ukraine in the dark. basically a little bit of light there in western Ukraine, but basically central and east gone. I have a green line. The green line is Kharkiv. That should be lit up and glowing. It's not, of course. But then I have a blue circle up there. And as ugly as this is to hear, you folks need to listen to this tonight. I've been in Moscow many times. I know Zhenya has as well. It's kind of hard to describe to you how big the city of Moscow is. Moscow is huge. Huge metro subway system during the work days, Monday to Friday, in normal life. 2 million people at any time can be underground on the subways. That's how big the system is. And just look at the satellite. Compare Moscow. Forget Kyiv. Kyiv's not lit up right now. Kyiv's a huge city. Compare Moscow to Warsaw. Compare Moscow to Berlin. Look at the big light in Belarus. That would be Minsk. Compare it. There's no comparison. It's a massive, massive city. But Ukraine, that is the reality. Now, what does it look like normally? Like that. So let's do a little before, and this is after the strikes. This, of course, would be pre-war satellite image. You can see Kyiv there glowing massive. Look to the right. Kharkiv glowing massively. Odessa down in the south. You can see Mariupol over in the bottom right. Of course, the big lights to the right of that would be Rostov-on-Don. And then we come to what we have now. Additionally, another satellite image that was taken. This is why Poland came out today and caused a little heat. They said, listen, do not give us the Patriots. Send them to Ukraine. And Zhenya, before we went online there tonight, or online here tonight, I was looking at some Polish news, and it seems that this has caused a little bit of stress between Poland and Germany, where Poland said, do not send us the Patriots. Send it to Ukraine because Ukraine can help protect our skies if they take out the missiles over there, which is logical. And Germany said, okay, well, you're not going to be thankful for us sending you a Patriot? Then forget it. You've got your own problems in. So we can see the destabilization even in NATO between transferring of weapons. And that's, I was just reading that before we went online.
It's a question of trust, and I think the people from Poland and the military guys, they know the level of our professionals in the military, in our army. They know how they are fighting against of this missile, and I think that Germany has absolutely other options. I hope this is the reason. Otherwise, there is a question of motivation. That it's
Correct.
okay if the Poland will be covered, but Ukraine, they can die there. So I hope it's just because of lack of information. I hope for better.
We'll see. Let's hope we hold it together. But wouldn't it be nice if we could get some Patriots into Ukraine? But it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Not right now. Not right now. That's obvious. Poland's ready to send them. You're giving them to us. We're going to give them to Ukraine. Well, we're not going to give them to you then. That's what's happening. So we'll pay attention to it. Now, with that said, let's jump here. If this came out today, and it's not really an if, it's when. So basically it takes Russia 1 week to reload this attack where they rain down missiles to prepare the infrastructure about every 7 to 10 days. If, really more, when the next wave of massive missile strike happens throughout the country, this is what is to be expected. This is called the left bank region, central region here in Ukraine. And here you have cities of Poltava, Cherkasy, Kirovograd, Dnipro, Kharkiv, Sumy, Chernigiv. The most likely result is this section of Ukraine, due to the power infrastructure, will be without power for 48 hours, 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Now, second variant that happens, second option that happens, is this part of Ukraine is out of power for 48 hours. Basically, folks, that's all of Ukraine, other than the occupied territories. And then the third, it's possible with one more wave of attacks that we're looking at 7 days. And we're not talking about power coming and going. We're talking about being in the dark. Because the power companies today were coming out. In fact, whoever's over Kherson now put out a message. He's over Mykolaiv area, maybe Kherson. Yeah, Vitaly Kim. He came out and he said, if you're in Kherson and you have anything plugged into an outlet, even though it's not working, refrigerators or clocks, whatever, please unplug everything. We're trying to fire the system, and we really want nothing connected to it. Let us try to get it on. So you can see it's not just a simple process. It's not the same, my friends, if you're experiencing a thunderstorm and your power goes off for 30 minutes. They're having to take systems offline, online, repair equipment, and it's a challenge. What do you think? Is this possible? This is what came out today.
I mean, okay, look at this. This is reality we live already. Like my relatives in Kiev, they were out of electricity almost 30 hours. It's not 48, it's not 7 days, but they were happy and they called me and said, hey, we have electricity and our heating system works again in the central heating system. And they were happy to get it. This is reality, so it's like, and it's Kiev, it's a capital city. And so I think it's quite possible.
And, the other thing is, it's winter.
But
it gets dark early. It stays dark. It's tough.
Yes, and it's tough. And it all connected. The internet connection, the internet wireless banking, getting in a bad situation. But this is the country in the war. It means on my street today, we didn't have electricity the whole day, from the very morning until now, almost now. I came out and the generators, drugstores, grocery stores, different places, even cafes. Life goes on. It means continue. Plus our medicine, it's other topic. Our guys are crazy already. They fight the way they can. And people taking power banks, and why? They need to prepare. The teachers for kids in schools, they're giving plans. If you will be out of anything connection, this is the pages you need to read. This is the books you need to read. You prepared for this, and this is reality.
You told me earlier today your kids were experiencing that because they couldn't connect online to do anything, of course.
Yeah. They're okay. Yesterday they were in bomb shelters, both sitting, waiting with the teachers, waiting when this attack will be over. And so my two adult kids, they are here. The
Thanksgiving
and the youngest not. Yeah.
Thanksgiving that we celebrate. Folks, be thankful for where you're at. And tonight you're not sitting in a cold basement somewhere. So let's look at a little bit of reality tonight as we close out. Here, you were talking a minute ago about Kyiv. Now, this is a very famous street. I know that building in the left there, that skyscraper. We drive by that building many, many times there in Kyiv. But look at Kyiv. Reality is, it's in the dark. Those lights you see are cars. It's
Yeah.
dark, and this is a very key area. This is just right adjacent to downtown Kyiv. Here's some more reality. The guy that works with us, Volodymyr Zelensky, not the president, the genius. Not that President Zelensky's not smart, but I think we just lost him.
Oh,
No, we've
sorry.
got you.
No,
Okay.
it's-
And so I get this message. Here's reality. Hey, no light all day long, and mobile internet is too slow. Trying to send you this massage. He meant to say message, so I'm making fun of him tonight. Come on, Zolik. That English has got to get a little bit better. I want your messages, not your massages. And I reply, no problem. Are you cold? Never another response. Now, he's fine. He's alive, but you can see no response. And when Zolik and I are talking, it's nonstop. Boom, 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 boom. So he told me yesterday, Zhenya, that in Khmelnytsky, he's actually connected to the hospital grid. So his area is the last. It's always the first to try to get it back on, the last to get it off. It's the most protected system. And you can see today that Zolik struggling. Now, reality check. You want to be thankful today on Thanksgiving? This is a little girl that had to go to a WOG, to a gas station, to do her breathing treatment because she had no power at home. And the gas station cared enough and said, come on in here, hook your machines up, and let's take care of you. So these are the realities. How about we take it another level? This is down in Mykolaiv area. It's normal, right? Blow drying your hair in the gas station. But it's reality. Let's go to another reality. Right here. Watch this one. Today, I think, or yesterday or today in Kyiv.
Вот на этих кадрах это аппаратура для выхаживания малышей с экстремально низкой массой тела. Внутри этих аппаратов создаются условия, будто ребенок находится внутри мамы. Рядом ИВЛ, потому что такие малыши еще не могут самостоятельно дышать, ну и так далее. Владимир, врач-анестезиолог, записал нам голосовое сообщение, объяснил, что происходит в реанимации, ну, по сути, по всей Украине.
В первую очередь отключаются системы вентиляции легких, без которой дети сами самостоятельно дышать не могут. Отключается источник лучистого тепла, без которого дети просто-напросто замерзают. Отключаются инфузионные насосы, благодаря которым дети получают и обеспечивается внутривенное питание. И они через эти насосы получают медикаменты, необходимые для поддержания стабильности их состояния. В общем, вся эта аппаратура, она есть критически важной для таких детей.
So much we don't think about. And Jane, I'm going to show one last video and then get your comments to close out tonight on this thankfulness. We see, laid with the hairdryer, babies in the ICU in Kyiv. We saw the text messages between Zolik and myself. We've heard your experience there today and yesterday with your older children in the bomb shelters and no power, generators running. We saw the little girl there at the WOG doing her breathing treatment. And who is fighting to defend this? Our wonderful heroes, the Ukrainian soldiers. Well, here in November, folks, it's just November. Sorry, we're not at January and February yet. It's just November. What are our soldiers experiencing in this situation while they're fighting to defend? Check this out. So there you have it. That's a complete picture of Ukraine today. Struggling with power,
Yesterday,
standing resolved, And those are the conditions that our soldiers fight in. Yesterday, yeah.
Yesterday I've got a call. Usually we don't get like a special request because most of our guys, the military guys, they're with that kind of like attitude that we're okay, we can do it. Somehow we will make it. Yesterday I got a call, and one of the commander called me and said, Zhenya, we remember you and Greg were coming, and like we remember you here, and maybe you could help some with this kind of batteries. I said yes, it's already bought it. There's a special AQ batteries for his unit, and he said okay, and man, if you can find at least 2 gas stoves like burners for trenches. I said yes, don't worry, I still have 2 or 3 plus to eat. He said, oh please, could you help us please, because we need it here. Now we need it here. I said, man, don't worry, not just 2 gas burners or 3, but the sets of the cans for that, with the gas, with the propane gas. He says, oh really, is it real? I said, man, don't worry. I will come, or I will send during the day. Give me a day. So it was last night. So today it's prepared. I think tomorrow it will go there. And yes, and it's the video you were showing that reminded me one more thing. Our government realized the situation. The internet banking a lot of times are not working, so people are limited with using bank cards. Today I was helping the military guy who was trying to buy just a soda, something like this, sweet, and with Apple, and he couldn't pay with the card. He said, I don't have cash. I said, man, I want to pay for you. He said, no, I need to pay. I said, okay, let me pay by cash. And if you will be able, send me this amount of money if you don't agree with that. I said, okay. So I did pay. I had some cash. I did pay, and he late after that store. He spent probably 10 minutes trying to send me money. He finally, he got it. He made it, but it was like, and he was thanking. But our Ashad Bank and other banks, Ashad Bank took all the fees for withdrawal of cash.
Yeah, they raised how much you can pull out too.
And private bank raised, yes, the daily amount of withdrawals. It means the government, private bank, and it means that government realizing, and it's not all the time. It's not good for the country when it's not in a system, but it's in the cash, the money flow.
Sure.
But reality is reality. So giving much more cash for people would survive, but would not stop, would not experiencing the troubles. This is a reality.
Well, yes, even when I was there, just month and a half ago, or cash works. Cards don't always work, and we actually carry cash. When we get there, we transfer money, and then we work through our systems and send all our records back here. Listen, this is a safe place to donate, folks. You can see what we're doing. Every penny plus goes to Ukraine, and it helps every phase. So, a lot to be thankful for tonight on this Thanksgiving. I don't want to call it a Thanksgiving special, but we did have that theme. Very difficult, but we're thankful.
I think it's God allows us time to time, like just to reevaluate the things we have.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the heart is melting, and then we share it with our kids and our families. We think about that, we talk about, discuss it, and we thank God for that. Thank you for all the things we have. Praise God. So, and this night, I want to say thank you, friends, that you're here, that you are in this group and this channel, and with us in this program. And when you were showing that video from from the hospitals with the kids or like soldiers. Today I was watching the other video. It was a surgery and the heart surgery, and they let completely off. They were continuing, doing this, and it's a time to think. This is what I want to say. It's a time to thank that for things we have, like yes, and thank you. And when you were showing the video with from this hospital, I thought the world is just need to see it, need to watch it, just need to watch it. I would be so happy if people would share at least this part of video. Look what is going on right now in other country. The same people as we are, same kids trying to survive, fighting for their life, are by Russians disconnecting. I mean, under the shelling, under the attacks of Iranian drones or Russian drones or missiles, and
maybe we could add to that the trashy words of a dictator in Belarus who says, negotiate or be destroyed completely. And after that, we'll teach you the right ways and we can be friends and have peace. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, how to love Russia and Belarus and Iran and other tourist countries.
Correct.
This is so like, friends, if you can share the video,
please share it.
Please share it. It's important. And thank you one more time. Thank you.
That's it. Great Thanksgiving Day. Blessings to all of you guys. Thank you for being here tonight on a holiday. And it's not a holiday everywhere. We have lots of international viewers, but it's a holiday now for everybody. We're thankful for what we have. And Zhenya, we're thankful for you being here. And we're going to be thankful until we have victory. Not giving up.
Yes.
All right, my friend. You rest well. If you need something, holler. Folks, thank you for being here. We'll see you in 23 hours. A good night to all.
To all, a good night.